For this you'll need obviously a battery, some copper sulfate, a copper, I'm using a copper tube that I've bent into this particular shape, and a carbon stick, electrode, that we're going to use for an electrode, and some wire, of course. And I'm going to set this up. I'm going to dissolve some copper sulfate into the water and make it to its saturation point, of course. The stronger the better. And then I'll show you the next step. Okay, we have our copper sulfate dissolved. We have the copper wire hooked up to the negative charge and the carbon diode or carbon electrode up to the positive charge. Let's see if you can see this. You can see that there are bubbles forming on the carbon already as the electrolysis begins. We should start seeing copper build up on the copper pipe here. One of the side effects of this, regretfully, is that there is going to be carbon erosion. Carbon particles are most likely going to be in this fluid, but we'll just have to filter them off afterwards. Okay, this is after 1 hour of reaction time. Let's see, shining a light in here. I don't know if you can see this. That our carbon is still reacting. We're still seeing some bubbles there. Now the liquid is a whole lot darker because of the carbon particles in the liquid itself. Like I said before, we're going to have some contamination there, but we can filter that off once this reaction is done. Okay, this is after about 2 hours. You can see that the copper is really starting to build up on this. I've moved the electrode a little closer to the copper anode just to see if we'd have a better reaction, and we do, and the copper really is starting to build up faster, which means this is working perfectly. Okay, this is our copper sulfate after about 4 hours. There's been quite a buildup of carbon particles in the carbon matter, carbon particulate in the liquid, of course. There's also been a lot of copper forming on the anode. I'm going to take this liquid and I'm going to strain it to see where we're at. I'm going to strain it in a coffee filter. Okay, I'm draining off that particulate matter in our fluid, and as you can see, there's still quite a bit of copper. This will be mostly clear, certainly devoid of any blue or green color when it's completely finished. So I'm going to finish draining this, and then I'm going to start the electrolysis again. Okay, all of our copper has been extracted from this liquid. You can see that it's semi-translucent. Now there's a little bit of color to it, and that is the particulate matter from the carbon electrode. We're just going to strain that off to get our sulfuric acid. Okay, here is our dilute sulfuric acid after the copper extraction, and it's all been strained. All the particulate matter has been strained off nice and clean. We're just going to boil this down to concentrate it. Okay, once your sulfuric acid starts producing white smoke, your concentration is at about 70%, and you're done. You're not going to get it any further than 70% with this method.